Hello everyone, I am Crawlers and this is some Battlefield 4 vehicle customization screens that are, I think are pretty orgasmic and they look pretty much like the weapon customization screens, so yeah. Okay, so the tank is, well, a tank. I mean, how much simpler can you get? This is a Chinese Type 99 tank, um, also known as the ZTZ-99 and the WZ-123. Looks very similar to the Russian T-90, which I'm sure it's based off of. Now Wikipedia says the tank is available in small numbers because of a limited production run. It has a 125mm smoothbore cannon, but it's compatible with the Chinese 140 or 155mm guns. Now the customization slots on it are pretty standard, um, except maybe a couple of small changes. Remember, this is pre-alpha, so most of this stuff isn't even shown here. Okay, so you can choose from two types of ammo for the main gun: an armor-piercing shell, like in Battlefield 3, or a high explosive shell. Now, I guess you have to choose this before you go into battle, which doesn't seem to happen in real life. I mean, in real life, tanks hold a few rounds of each type, and of course, Russian tanks being the best, they have an autoloader, that will load the round that you want at the push of a button. Okay, so you apparently uh, choose that type of ammo before spawning in the tank, and I'd imagine a guided missile will also make an appearance, just like in Battlefield 3. Now, as for the secondary weapon, uh, pretty much Battlefield 3 territory. You got a coaxial machine gun with probably more stuff like, heavy coaxial coming after the alpha. Because remember now, nothing's final in the alpha. Now, we also get a separate slot for tank countermeasures. Now, IR smoke is there now. Will reactive armor be there too, do you think? I've also seen the Russian tank. If you've ever seen the T-90 photos, it has those two big red eyes on the front of it, the turret. Well, they're there to fool the infrared guided anti-tank missiles. Also, they are coming out with this new active defense system thing where, if a missile does get through all the defenses, the system senses that incoming missile, and moments before it hits the tank, it shoots out some shrapnel to basically destroy the missile in mid-flight, a few meters away from the tank. You might not want to stand too close to the missile when it blows up, but everyone inside the tank is still drinking vodka, unfazed. Moving right along. This video seems to be getting away from me, just like the previous weapons customization video. See, that plug was so subtle you hardly felt it. Alright, so optics. We have zoom optics for now and infrared later. Personally, I always use the IR scope on my BTR or BMD vehicles because, you see all the mines, especially on strike at Karkand. They put down so many mines, you could walk from Greenland to Iceland to Scotland without getting your feet wet. By the way, that was a Hunt for Red October reference for you kids. Alright, so next we have upgrades, which right now only has maintenance. Okay, next we have a new paint feature, apply camo and all that. After that, we have some new things. Now we have a separate gunner upgrade slots, right? So now the gunner gets an optics and an upgrade slot. For optics, you got your zoom or IR&V optics. In Battlefield 3, if you remember, all we had was a default zoom as a gunner and nothing else. And the upgrade for the gunner right now only has a proximity scanner. Okay, let's move on to the boats. Now it's getting interesting, isn't it? These are attack boats, and they are pretty much armed to the teeth. Hell, they got more weapons than the main battle tank. Now, the primary weapon you can choose between a 30 mm high explosive shell or an airburst shell for those infantry field maps. Yep, that'll put a dent in the other team's tickets. A secondary weapon is sort of what we had on the mobile AA in Battlefield 3. Choices are anti-tank guided missile or anti-air missile. So a ton of offensive weapons. Now you also have countermeasures, which right now is just the IR smoke. You also have optics, which right now is only zoom optics, but IR and V is probably going to make an appearance too, I'm betting. So upgrades, you have maintenance right now, and obviously you got the camo choices again as for weapons and other vehicles. Okay, now let's try to cover helicopters real quick. Primary, you got a choice between your standard rockets, but this time you have two choices, the Hydra and the Zuni rockets. Now they're both unguided standard boomsticks, but the Zuni rockets are about 6 times heavier and should deal a lot more punch, giving you a bigger boom. Now, since they are twice the diameter of Hydra rockets, it stands to reason that you'll be able to carry less of them, or in this case, fire few of them per salvo. Now, the pilot also gets a secondary, just like in Battlefield 3. It's the heat seekers, at least for now. Countermeasures include the IR flares right now, but should include a lot more later on. ECM, maybe extinguisher. As for the upgrade slot, they only show stealth in the pre-alpha. Now, the paint slot should be pretty self-explanatory. Alright, so the gunner's optics slot includes zoom or IR&V, and the gunner upgrade shows only the autoloader right now. Okay, now I'm going to put a quick word about the gunship. Uh, Now, personally, I love the gunship. It's a lot of fun in Battlefield 3, and I think, and pretty much, the only enjoyable part of the Armored Kill DLC. Now, I don't get to ride in the gunship as much as I'd like in Battlefield 3. There's always a line to get on, but when I do, I get the big freaking 120 mm gun, and it's like Christmas. Now, Level Cap said that the gunship in Battlefield 4 is annoying, just like it is in Battlefield 3. Now, I haven't played too much with it, honestly, so to me, it's just pretty cool right now. And in Battlefield 4, it's got one or two miniguns just to clear the streets. Uh, it's got the rapid fire cannon, just as in Battlefield 3, and it's got the big gun. And what's cool about it is, the splash damage. Unlike Battlefield 3, where it just, kills anything where the shell falls, it's actually got splash damage that kills in a wider area in Battlefield 4. And obviously, you can airdrop from the gunship just like you can in Battlefield 3. So yes, that's it for the vehicles that I can see. Thanks for watching. Please rate and share. And remember, in Soviet Russia, YouTube subscribes you.